Sup, bitches? Welcome to the House of Phil Hoes. I am your host, the Boss Salad Tosser, and I'm here joined by Brittany. Welcome. I hope you guys enjoy what we have planned for tonight. Please, and thank you for the love and support. And if this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe or follow button here on Twitch at the House of Phil or Rising Sun. Boom. Wait, this yeah, okay, so this is on. But Jesus Christ, I had video. I literally had video for the pump before I started this. Let me check this out one more time. Jesus Christ. I have to do this type of setup for the moment. Like, I had a video just now, and I'll be real shocked. I'll be real shocked if this thing decided to just take a crap. There we go. There we go. Okay. Good evening, Dan's North. Welcome to What the fuck? Like I'm looking at myself I'm looking at myself through the camera. I'm not for sure what you guys see, but I'm looking at myself and I'm moving, and it does not look smooth at all. It looked very, very choppy. Like I shouldn't be able to wave my hand like this and see all that. It looks very, it is lagging, and it's lagging hard. Jesus fuck, man. Like I said on Twitter and I said last night, my PC is doing some shit right now. And I don't understand why. I have no, like, this camera not working, that camera not working, face cam not working. And this Dell camera all of a sudden is making this whole thing look choppy as fuck. And it's really getting on my nerves. It's really irritating. I figured that this was going to work because this is the only camera that is. This camera is the only webcam that I have that is currently working. This is the only camera that I have that's currently working right now with this PC. Like the motherboard on the PC, and let me not say PC. Because the parts on it, the parts in here is still worth money and it's still working, but the motherboard itself is shitting itself slowly, and even the capture card that I'm using, is the one I usually use for DDR. I am using it on this. Because the capture card inside the PC it still works, but the motherboard is like, no. Half of my USBs are working. I'm not even sure if I have audio because I got to change that real quick. So you got to excuse me, folks. You got to excuse me. It's like I don't like my movement. It is not smooth. And that's not the, and oh yeah, you asked him about the DDR cap. I can talk about some DDR stuff. The latest DDR cab is what, a 50-inch, 55-inch screen? And it's the gold cab. I've been asked if I was thinking about upgrading the monitor to a gaming monitor. Maybe one with 144 hertz on here. Some people said I might be cheating. As long as the organizers are not, as long as the community is not trying to deal with me, it won't matter because this shit won't be used for tournaments. Maybe the SD cabs, but I'm not for sure about this cab. I'm not for sure if this cab will ever be used in a tournament setting. I wanted to throw my cabs out there for to be used in tournaments if people want to use them for tournaments. Same thing with this black LX, even though I don't own it. It is available for use. But yeah, the DDR screen is 42. I still prefer the gold cab, and I already told somebody to start looking for me a gold cab, which is still a needle in the haystack. Next year, when I go to Japan, I'm hoping to go there with Boss Ken-chan, so he can introduce me to some of the distributors out there, and maybe, just maybe, we can have talks. At some point, I'm going to Korea to meet my peoples over there, including Patty. Already been offered. Also, for people that are watching, if you're a Sound Voltage fan, if you want a Valkyrie model cab, we can get one currently right now. I've been offered one. I've been offered a Valkyrie cab, a Valkyrie model cab. If someone wants one, and if someone is willing to spend the money, my distributor is not telling me the price yet, but he is informing me that there is a cab available if anyone wants to spend the money. And no, SMX is not only for a big arcade. And what Dan Sage is talking about is the SMX DX. The SMX DS is available for any arcade. It's just the only arcade that's going to buy the DX SMX cab are big major arcades. I would not be surprised if we see SMX pop up in a bunch of R1s, unless round one got some commitment from Konami not to use such cabs, since Kevin Ward went to talk to Konami about there's some stuff that's behind the scenes that people don't know. Cowboy did go talk to Konami before SMX came out. There is some history and shit that people just don't know about, that's not out there in a while like that, but people who worked on the games knows about the stuff. And yes, getting some of these cabs at this point is basically purchasing not a car, it's purchasing at least 3 or 4 cars. The Valkyrie model, I'm pretty sure, I'm putting this out there for anyone that wants one or anyone that's curious. The Valkyrie model is going to be 20 grand. And the question is whether or not it's going to be new or not. We don't know. But I'm sitting there. But anyone interested in that, it's going to be 20 grand, new-ish. I think we are still trying to figure out the pricing for that. But well, yes, but we don't know if it's what we're trying to figure out right now is whether or not to sell it new or not. We also trying to get a list of folks who might be interested in buying a Valkyrie cab. And I'm trying to tell my man's like, yo, I don't know yet, but I also need a price. But if we're gonna be trying to do this at $20K for the starting price, if we're gonna be doing this at $20K, and this might be 20, like in Japan, the price is starting off at $20K used. No, the price starts at $20K just to start a conversation, not new or used, just $20K to start a conversation. Over there, it's available, it's ready, it's available. They can get it, but people gotta be willing to be ready to fork up the money. And I told them, and I had to tell them, I had to be real specific, that if we are going to be doing this shit, I'm not interested in people who, I'm not interested in, since I'm hard to contact anyway, I'm not interested in talking to anyone that's thinking they can get a Valkyrie cab for $3,000. No. Some people already came came, to us with that kind of conversation asking, oh, can I get a Valkyrie model? And we're talking about sound voices. Can I get a sound voices Valkyrie model for $3,000? And I shut down that conversation immediately. It's like, that's not going to happen. You will never get a Valkyrie cab in the next 5 or even 10 years for $3,000. Please stop thinking that. There is no chance in the hell, unless that cab been destroyed, gutted out, or you get one of those China's knockoff, you're not going to get a Valkyrie cab for $3,000. You might be able to get one for $10,000. If you're lucky. Alright? In Japan, it's hard to get the cab. In Korea, you might have a possibility we have a possibility of getting cabs. We just don't know if they're going to be new or used. Okay. Do we have audio for Pump It Up? Yes, fun time. We have said that. I'm not for sure if do I got audio from Pump? I know there's no internal audio, so I'm trying to get audio from the microphone. Okay. All right. I'm going to be trying to figure. I want to talk about this USPF situation next. After I play a set. Also, man, so much fucking light. I hate this light. Oh, I cut the light off. Really? After this set, I'm going to take time to check out my camera. Because I don't like this choppiness. Like, I just don't... I'm pretty sure it's something in my settings. And I'm going to have to end this stream at least for an hour. Alright, let me just do a quick warm-up. This might be my only set, and then I'm going to step out for 1 hour. I'm going to step out for 1 hour, and step out for 1 hour, because I got to do some stuff. Play around with the settings, and I might come back. I might come back later on tonight because I'm still working and stuff. God damn, that took a lot out of me. I mean, don't, well, Dance Stage. I am streaming on YouTube as well.
Next stage.
Well, it's looking choppy to me. And that was probably me tripping. See, I can tell like my body needs rest because I am struggling to move right now. I already know this end is gonna be jacked up. What the fuck was that miss? Man, that was definitely a sight read. Damn, that wasn't bad for a sight read. You know, I started talks on Twitter about USPF. And I'm probably going to get into more of that. Maybe not right now because there's not enough time. Yo, Royal Melissa, what's going on with you? First time in the chat. probably the best I ever did. With that ending, it can be easily cheated.
Next stage.
Ooh, this is a warm-up. And I feel, Unfortunately, where the fuck's my chat? Oh no, so I see the chat popped up and then it disappeared. Yeah, see, I see it down there. And yeah, I know what you mean. I think, and I believe you can like cheese that by just double stumping like the end really, really fast. I can't do it right now because I forgot how to. I mean, that was my like best. Like I completely forgot how to play, and I probably need to grind this out. Oh man! But I'm hoping because okay. So I started a conversation on Twitter because what a lot of people have not noticed, at least the people that I noticed, but I'm not sure everyone else noticed. But USPF, or I should say, there's always been a pump festival, right? There's always been a pump festival. We know this. And with each and every pump game, at least since Exceed 1 or Exceed 2, there's always been a USPF. At least for each game, with the exception of NX2, NXA, and Fiesta 1. And the reason why those three are the exception is because the financial crisis during the time. During NX2 there was a WPF plan and it was going to be a team thing. But because of the financial crisis during that time, everything got fucked. So that didn't happen. I don't feel like turning. That could have been better. I mean, I've done better. Man. Oh, man. I feel only broken whenever I play this game now. Okay, but
Game over.
Rob Alexa, thank you for joining us here at the House of Phil built. Okay, so what I was saying before, like there's been a USPF every year with the exception of the financial crisis of 08, 09, and 2010, which were the years of NX2, NXA, and Fiesta 1. And NX2 had a WPF plan with a USPF that was going to go down, as well as all the other countries that was invited to the Pump Festival. But the financial crisis kind of fucked up everything. Management changed and Pump It Up, because I believe was it Banya? No, not Banya. Yap was running it before Mac Daddy came in. Unless Mac Daddy was in there the whole entire time. There was some internal change that happened, which made WPF, which was like a yearly thing, into what it is now, where it's damn near don't exist. And that's where a lot of the big money was involved in Pump It Up. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure all the money went towards getting some of these licenses for these games, but there's been a Pump Festival with each and every game. All right, we had one for Fiesta EX, we had one for Fiesta 2, we had one for Prime 1 with a WPF behind it. We had, in fact, we had 2 with Prime 2, I believe. No, we had 2 with Fiesta 2. I believe, I feel like we had 2. Yeah, we had 2 USPFs during the time of Fiesta 2, because that's when the Pump games went from a yearly thing to a bi-year around that time. We had a USPF with a WPF for Prime 1, and we ended off, I guess, wow, almost 5 years ago with the USPF, I want to say 2018. Yeah. We're in Happy Feet. Yeah, believe Happy Feet 1. That was a year. And I guess the last year when we had a USPF, which I didn't know it was pretty corrupted, given the fact that shady things were happening to make sure Seth didn't win. He won anyway. So, in now going into the 5th year of XX, we have not had one Pump Festival, at least not in the US. So on Twitter, I made a tweet towards Andamiro. Pretty much, I want to say a call out, but sitting there and informing them, or at least this morning on the Rhythm Game Collectors Discord, I sat there and pointed out the fact that, hey, every game had a USPF, with the exception of Double X. Now, I know, a couple years ago, we had the world ending and all, but at the moment, the world ending has slowed down, and now all the thing we got to worry about is global warming. So I asked this very, very question. Okay, so what the fuck is going on? We done had a couple of years. We done had 5 years of this game, and this game technically this game been done since the last update, April this year. When was the last one or something like that? Someone correct me. And there's haven't been one talk. I mean, maybe there has, and I haven't seen it. But there's have not been any conversation, at least openly, at least not loud, of a pump festival. Now, one of the requirements with a pump festival is it has to be in an arcade. It can't be held in someone's garage. I mean, I only have a warehouse, which is an arcade filled with arcade games. I have two beautifully nice LXs. I have a CX. I technically can run this and run an underground version of this without the pump representatives of the US. Because if they're not going to do it, well, I'm pretty sure we're free to do whatever we want. Because Andamiro going to support it. Alright, any kind of, and I believe the rule is with Andamiro, is they will support, I mean, if we're going to do it on our own, they're willing to, like, support it. Alright? Now, I'm not sure what's going on with the pump representatives. I have had talks with people who run tournaments. And they're down for it. I threw the hat out there, well, we can just run something at Evo. I mean, Evo wants more and more shit. They want more and more fucking games. Alright? They want fucking more shit. They want more fucking games. Why not throw a USPF at one of the biggest stages of them all? One of the biggest fighting stages of them all. Okay? Currently, the biggest fighting stage and all at the biggest fighting stage. Why not? And I'm just throwing my hat out there because I said it last year. We can, like, I was thinking about throwing a tournament last year, but since we only had 6 weeks to set up, it just wasn't enough time. So I figured that, you know what? Why not? We have enough time since we are guaranteed to be in bed with Evo going forward because they want more and more shit. So why not? And I'm just saying, why not we? And if the representatives of the USPF wants to be involved, they can jump in and just work with me. But they gotta realize that I'm the person gonna be running shit, and none of the bullshit that happened during 2018 will not go down under my watch. Everyone fairly knows that I am a business person. And what's good for business is good for everyone else. It's good for the company. It's good for the people. It's good for the competition. Hell, it's good to keep the fucking flow of things going instead of us being at this pause because of the shit that went down during 2018 USPF. Which I didn't even know shit was going down until it was brought to my attention when I started to talk to the current champion, who is allowed, which I find it just a little bothersome that he, Mr. Happy Feast, Mr. Seth Sanchez, can continue saying that he is the current champion from 2018 to 2022. And I'm like, I can't disagree with that. While it's illegitimate, I can't disagree with that because there hasn't been another USPF since. And I'm not for sure what's going on with the representatives. I know life happens and all that shit. But I am just a little bothered by Mr. Happy Feet holding this title for 4 going on 5 years. While never having defended, and while us never having another term, it's like he killed USPF. Period. After he won, he just killed all the spirits. Now, I think people are allowed to come out from under the shadows, under a rock, under wherever the fuck they're coming from, because currently he is concentrating on other things, and I don't see why he still plays. He realized, and we had a discussion about this, I asked him, like, okay, what will it take for you to participate in the tournament? He's all right, you running it. Okay, easy. I can run a tournament. And all right, so, and he was like, money. Okay, fine. How much we talking? How much money will you need to be involved? And I gotta get ready to be done. So I'm gonna finish this conversation later. And he is currently, Mr. Happy Feet is currently, he's playing. But he's not playing like he once was. Alright? Currently right now, you know, the parent thing as well as other business and stuff, he is not playing like he's used to. But he is actively playing as of right now. And when I get back, because it's going to be a few hours, or maybe in a few days, I don't know. I will discuss more about this coup. I'll discuss more about my conversation between me and him, about, all right, what will it take for you to get back into the tournament game? Because while he scored all tournaments back here a few years ago with his last one, and he got turned off by the last USPF, he informed me that he is down for another tournament if it's worth the time. Because in your 20s, and I'm going to sit here and say, in your 20s, when you got the time, we got the freedom to do all this stuff, yeah, you're going to put in the work. You're going to put in the time and energy, but as you age up, responsibilities happen, you get fucking busy, shit goes down. And currently with him, he's a busy person. He's a busy person currently right now. I don't even think when the game drops the new pump game drops day 1, he is going to have it. In fact, the person who got him the game day 1 was me. Alright, he was the first person in the US to have the damn game is because I went and got him the goddamn game. And as of right now, when the new game comes out, he will not be the first. He probably will be playing it in the arcade like everyone else. If he don't end up over here at the House of Phil playing it with me on the regular. But when I come back, I will or it will be for another conversation, because we might as well start having these talks. Otherwise, we might as well just start looking towards the big deal or the big one. I really don't want to look towards a big deal. Alright? Anything that involves round 1, tournament wise, I don't think is ideal. I don't think it's ideal. I don't think that is the way to go. And that's just me, that's just my opinion, and I'm just having I have a bias since I have an arcade. And I get it that some people see that out like, oh yeah, we can use round one and all that stuff. Round one, there's resources and all that stuff, but I just feel that at this point, not only the player is stronger, the fan base is bigger, and the majority of people out here in the U.S., like a big chunk of people have their calves. And most people will agree, okay? Most people will agree they wouldn't mind, because here's my idea, and here's my vision. Here's my vision of a tournament, at least for pump, okay? We have a spot, and maybe this spot not the spot, maybe somewhere bigger, okay? We have the two LXs. And then we have two CXs. And we'll give players a choice. Because a big chunk of players have a CX now. Okay? Some players have a TX as well, but most players' idea of playing pump, a lot of folks are used to the CX, a lot of folks are used to the LX. Some people rather play on the CX than the LX because, you know, the size is the screen's massive and they're just not used to it. I'm just saying that we have two of those, two LXs, two CXs, where it'll be pretty balanced. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe one of each cab generation. Maybe a TX and an FX, since this game will require like an HD screen. Maybe that'd be an ideal tournament setting. So you'll have players who are used to players that can pick and choose whatever screen that they want. Whatever machine that they want, whatever machine that they're used to, as long as the paths are pretty tight. And I'm just saying, it's a wild vision, but given the fact that we have so many owners of TXs, CXs, FXs, as well as a good handful of people that own LXs, we can actually throw something down that's really, really magical, really something really beautiful. And I gotta end on that note. I might be back later. I'll be back later. But yeah, I'll discuss all that stuff. More business later. I apologize. I gotta go handle some stuff real quick. Okay. Where's my thing?